But are you streaming?
Yeah, now I am. Don't say anything wrong. What's that?
It's just sad.
It's sad? What's that? Hercules?
No. What about Hercules? they don't know anything about Hercules.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
It wasn't sad. It's kind of sad.
Is it good? Because
Dude,
everything
the
sucks.
kind of stuff that will get me in trouble.
Oh, you can't even say if it's good?
That's the kind of stuff that will actually get me.
Well, why don't you like touch the tip of your nose if it's good? Oh, all right. That's what?
Wait, I messed up.
You touch?
What just happened?
Oh, you made it back.
Did you just start?
Yeah, I did. Hey, what's up, internet? So I started the show a minute ago, but didn't even know that I didn't do it right. And during that time, Ricksta was gone taking a shit, but now he's back.
You know,
Anyway.
it wasn't even. I didn't get anything done in there, dude.
Are
There
you
was too much.
serious?
It's too much pressure, man.
Stage fright, huh?
Yeah, deadlines, dude. I can't do that.
I understand. I understand. Well, it's not very healthy to hold it, so I would recommend. Hey, Rip, you should raise your volume on your mic. I think, if that's
Okay.
possible.
Try.
I don't know why. It just seems like it's a little low. Anyway, internet, how you guys doing? You guys are watching ATP Live. My name is Eris. I'm joined by Ricky Uehara. What's up, Ricky?
What up?
And also by Rip. How's it going, Rip?
It's going all right.
All right. So today, everything was going as usual, nothing special, and then all of a sudden, word starts getting out that there's going to be a podcast on iPlay Winner on their Twitch channel, and so boom, I said, okay, let's see what this is all about. Markman, Bronson, Wizard, and Derry are going to have a conversation. Obviously, I would assume about Tekken when I heard the lineup, and they did, and they announced that they had all kinds of, they did an online match, whatever. Fuck all that stuff.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, exactly. But it was announced by Markman and Wizard, and I have to say, I don't even know why the fuck Bronson was there. The whole time, they just talked shit about him. The only reason Bronson was there for them to just have someone to talk shit about. So I guess he fulfilled that role, as he usually does, perfectly. And during this conversation, they announced that they are adding Tekken Tag Tournament 2 to EVO, which is obviously huge news. Really, really exciting news. But more specifically, this is basically thanks to Markman, Wizard, and apparently, and this is what they said, Namco, Harada, he mentioned WC Maxi being involved, and then also the US Namco team all work together to nail a spot at EVO for Tekken Tag 2, which is just, I knew there was a chance. Even when they said it wasn't there, I knew there was a chance, but I wasn't holding my breath. And this is just great. Great news. Other things that were announced that I thought were interesting were that Joey announced that they are going, Mr. Wizard, he said that they're going to do a BYOC tournament room and a BYOC casual room. He didn't say exactly what that meant, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's just get to your thoughts on this and how you see it affecting the future of this game. Ricky, what do you think?
I mean, it's still very early, but I think now with people kind of, Final Round has ended, and they look forward, and like, there's not, I guess, what's the big tournaments coming up is just mainly like Northwest Majors, and then I think all the CEO, and then all the other tournaments are usually after EVO, right?
Yeah.
So nothing really big outside of those like two tournaments is happening. So I think, I think the Tekken community now, at least I'd hope, they're more, they realize like, well, EVO is a big deal, and that having another tournament now is better than not having a tournament. So I just hope people show up and support, man. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. Rip, you have anything to comment on about this big announcement?
I'm just excited about it. First of all, while I tell you about this, like Markman asked if he could call in as well. So if you want to Skype him in somehow, that would be dope.
How can I do that? I want to do that.
You would have him on Skype, I guess, and you would.
You just want to, you just want to have a camera.
But adding him to the call will move your pictures,
No.
won't it? No?
I
Yeah.
probably would.
Son of a bitch. All right, let's do it anyway. Who gives a shit? I don't need to look at your ugly fucking faces. How do I do it?
I don't know.
Add people to call. Okay, tell me what you were saying, and I won't listen.
So
and then
thoughts-
I'll do this.
Yeah, Dory, internet, my thoughts on EVO announcement. I'm really excited about it. Like, personally, I was still planning to go to EVO anyway. You know, I was thinking, like, you know, I'll go there, I'll practice Injustice again, and of course, I'll play KI again. But now that Tekken's there, it's like, all right, now I got Tekken and I got KI still. Injustice, maybe I won't play that again. You know, like, I mean, not that it's not fun. I just, you know, 3 games is a lot to practice. That's all.
Damn,
Bronson
everything got messed up.
I don't know how to change it. What did I do?
Why don't you make? You can make the window wider or something, or
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
Mark?
what's up,
How's
Mark?
it going, man? That was a little
Not bad.
easier than I thought it would be.
no one has the camera now. So can I just turn mine off?
No, you gotta stay. Someone's gotta stay. Anyway, what's
I
up, Mark? How's it
I
going?
left my video off.
That's okay. Yeah, it wouldn't work anyway because it totally like blew all the overlays over. But whatever. Anyway, how's it going, man? Excellent news. I gotta tell you, I am super excited. But you didn't have that much time on the I Play Winner podcast to talk about details on how this happened. Do you have anything else to add as far as who was involved, who we can thank, and you know how this came to be?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing happened. I mean, I knew that Tekken wasn't going to be in the EVO lineup, so I mean, I was already sad from the get-go. But afterwards, I saw how upset and distraught like a lot of people in the community were. Everyone was all like, "Oh man, fuck Wizard, fuck EVO," kind of thing. But I decided to ask Wizard, hey, if, with your permission, can I actually reach out to Namco to see if there's something that we can do to get it as an official title at EVO? And he gave me the blessing. So I asked Harada-san if he had time to meet up and talk. And luckily, I was going to Japan that same week, or like a few weeks after, and then we ended up having a meeting and really discussing the future over there. And then, of course, that all got approved, and then it went back to Namco US. And I think a big reason why Tekken wasn't really considered at the beginning is because Namco US is really in the transition phase right now since Filthy Rich has left. So they don't really have really any community leads as far as for Tekken, at least. Mm-hmm. So one of the gaps that was filled in, I don't know if anyone remembers from back in the Tekken 6 days. Do you guys remember Injun?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
The short
Injun is
guy, I
back at
remember
Namco.
him. Oh, great.
Yeah, Injun's back at Namco. He was
Damn.
the brand manager for Tekken 6, and he is actually back now, and he's a big reason why this was able to happen.
Wow.
So a lot of love to Injun, and of course Harada-san and Jason Arney and Michael Murray, because they really helped make this happen.
Excellent. Interesting. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, those are all names we've talked about on the show before. Those are all very important people when it comes to Tekken. And, I mean, so basically... I don't know how much of these questions you can answer, Mark, but I do want to ask them. So what exactly does it mean when you what exactly does it mean when they give it the green light? Why exactly what does Namco do for Joey for him to have the game at EVO? I mean, is there any way you can clarify that?
No. I mean, just like I mean, we like just like how Mad Catz sponsors EVO, we probably can't really give the details out there. So I mean, that's really an EVO thing.
So, but then what I meant to say is basically Namco is directly supporting the tournament. Then.
Yes, they are officially. Bandai Namco is officially supporting EVO.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to get at. Does that mean that there is potential for some kind of contribution as far as prize money?
Yep. I would say that is a possibility. I'm not going to confirm it, but I think it is a big possibility.
That sounds excellent. That is super cool news. Is there anything else you'd like to add as far as that goes? Because, I mean, this to me is excellent. I thought that if it was going to make it, it was going to be one of those, like, the community all votes and everyone gets together and we have some, like, side room. But the fact that Namco came out and you yourself went out there and met with everyone to make this happen really is something that I think everyone who's a Tekken fan out there should really, I mean, basically everyone needs to suck your dick at this point. I mean, yeah, even Rick's does like, yep.
Nah, we don't need none of that. I mean, we as a community, I mean, I don't get to play the game anymore, but I mean, we really got to step it up and do what we can. Otherwise, the community is going to die. So, I mean, I did what I could, and things just happened the way they did. Luckily, I am able to make things happen. So
that is excellent.
That's what it is.
Fantastic.
One of the things I wanted to say as well, I mean, there's a lot going on with Tekken this year, especially Tekken's 20th anniversary is this year, and I thought it was very important for it to be at EVO.
Absolutely.
And luckily Namco felt the same way. So I think it's going to be a great year for fans of the game, not just fans, but also people that enjoy the competitive aspect of Tekken.
Absolutely. Do you gentlemen have anything to add about that?
Nope.
Come on, man. Why are we so like proper right now? You guys usually talk a lot of shit on the show. What's going on?
I'll get to the first shit talking that comes to my mind. The first shit talking that came to my mind is when you guys said Tekken's gonna be at EVO. The first thing I thought was I don't have to play Injustice. Thank God. So there's your shit talking. But yeah, I mean, that is amazing. You know, the big thing for me is, and this is like, if you're a fighting game fan and if you're in touch with the competitive scene, and I mean, I personally, though I don't play Street Fighter and the Capcom games, I keep up and I watch a lot of streams and stuff. And the big problem with big tournaments like EVO are that, you know, if once they don't announce your game, I'm getting a huge echo right now.
I hear it.
Anyway, whatever, I'll ignore it. When they announce their games and they don't have the game you have, it's really like one of those things where if you're a competitor like me, it decides what you play. You know, if there are a lot of games you enjoy, and I personally, I didn't want to say it a lot, but it was very discouraging even for me for, you know, when they announced EVO, because I know it's like the biggest tournament every year. It's the biggest tournament that I know I'm going to attend for sure. I mean, it's the one that I can't miss. And the fact that Tekken wasn't there was really putting a cloud over the game for me. So now that this has been announced, and I suspect a lot of people will feel this way as well, probably Rip and Rixta, if I'm not mistaken, that now it's like, you know, this cloud is gone and we can play this game with like a end goal. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, for a major tournament like Evolution. And as big as you know, as big as Final Round was, you know, Evolution is a little bit different. It's not as grassroots. They've managed to step beyond this realm of like the fighting game community. The staff at EVO has managed to step out of this bubble we have and, like, you know, access something that nobody else has been able to do at a major. So I'm really excited. I mean, basically, it's changed a lot for me. Personally, it's changed a lot. Looking into the future, looking into what games I play, looking into what games I care about, you know, it's changed a lot. And I'm really, I just personally wanted to thank you, Mark. I know you do a lot of work for the scene, so that's a big deal. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's no problem, man. I like the game a lot, and I'm glad I still like it, because, I mean, it could be like some other people that just don't care about the game anymore and they just disappear from the scene, but I don't think I'm going to disappear anytime soon.
Yeah, that's really something that I think you deserve a shitload of credit for.
I feel you exactly on what you were saying. Like, EVO is different. I mean, even if other tournaments get way more numbers, EVO is like the big show. It's the one that I look forward to every year, and me going to EVO and not having Tekken there is like, what the fuck am I doing here other than work, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's kind of funny looking back when they announced that Tekken wasn't going to be at EVO. You were like, it'll be there in some way. I'll get to work. It's so funny that, like, it's like, man, you weren't fucking kidding, man. You really...
I wasn't fucking around, man.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, wow, he's going to, you know, do all this extra effort to run a side tournament and have a stream on the Madcast channel. And I'm thinking that's awesome. You know, I was thinking that's awesome that Markman's going to do that. And now you went and did this shit, and it's like, Jesus Christ. Wow, that's amazing.
I'm glad we're not running a side tournament, because that means I would have to run it, and I'm not doing that.
No, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, that's a lot of extra work for Mark just because he really loves Tekken. So you really just went out of the way and just were like, fuck this. Let's just get it on the main stage. May I ask you, why was Bronson even on that podcast? All you guys did was talk shit about him.
Because we needed someone else there to help represent the community, and to be the filler for, I guess, for when we were talking about when we did that fake match. I mean that match.
Yeah, I would say it was fake too, with that putrid performance, man.
That was like wrestling back in the day. You know, like when you read the results online before you actually watched the show. It was like I read the results and I was like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. But then they switched it up at the end. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was...
It was so
Wizard was
funny
holding
'cause
forward and he somehow lost.
I was watching the stream chat and I was just dying because everyone was taking it way too seriously.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking,
Oh my
like,
God.
hurry up! I'm so excited. I don't want to see this shit. Just talk about
God,
it.
dude, honestly,
Especially
I thought Mark was gonna lose, and I
He
thought it
did
was gonna be
lose.
like, oh, no, I know, but I thought it was gonna be like, oh, and there's still no Tekken. Well, at least Mark, you can run a side tourney, you
Oh
know?
man.
That would have been horrible.
If that happened, what do you think the Tekken community would have thought of Wizard after that? If he
really
was
would've
like,
made it
nope,
hot.
that's it, McRibs, go fuck yourself. You know, that would be so tight. Oh man,
Oh,
Wizard.
man, lots of love to Wizard. I mean, Wizard.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows he's like the Iron Fist. He's like a hard ass. I mean,
Yeah.
so for him to allow this, it's really, it says a lot about him as being a supporter of Tekken. So
Yeah, everybody out there who talked a lot of shit about Evo and Wizard and all that, you guys all owe him an apology, man. All you dickheads out there, you guys were really... I saw a lot of messages and stuff that were really abrasive, unnecessarily. So I didn't like that, and, you know, I'm really happy about the game being at Evo. Either way, I mean, even if Tag 2 wasn't going to be there, and I said this already, I was going to be there, and I was going to play something and have a great time regardless. The fact that Tag 2 is going to be there, that means that people are going to travel from all over the world for it, and it's just going to make EVO an even better, an even deeper lasagna, you know, and that's really what it's all about, and I'm really excited. I don't know what else to add about that, but yeah, I'm really amped up. Ricky, do you have anything else to add, or Rip?
Nope.
Yeah, nice.
No,
I have
excited.
something I want to say.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
So now that Tekken is there, I want to call out all the international players to please try to show up. Not just, I know the U.S. players, sometimes these guys have a lot of excuses and they won't show up, but U.S. players, try your best to make it to EVO. Hopefully you guys will be able to play and enjoy some Tekken. But international players, bring your shit over to the U.S. and get your shit pushed in. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those tournaments where, you know, a lot of international people, like even people like the Main Man and other, you know, figures in the Tekken scene have stated that they want to come, you know, and they're interested in it. And this is going to be the opportunity. If you didn't make it to final round, you know, I didn't make it to final round. This is going to be it. There's going to be a lot of people traveling, and you're right, Mark. I want to as well encourage anyone who's even considering it, if it's in any way possible. Supporting this tournament will be very important for the future of Tekken anywhere. This is going to be a really, really important tournament, especially because of Namco's involvement and it being a last-minute kind of thing. We got to show them next time. Let's not make Markman go over to fucking Japan and have to do all this stuff for us. We could do it ourselves. We don't need Markman to do it. We're glad we have him, but we can do it ourselves if we all showed up, if we all played, if we all supported the game we love and didn't just kick it at home. You know, it'll go a really, really long way, and I'm just, again, really excited about that. Another thing that I want to mention that I thought of when you mentioned all the international players coming is the thing that Wizard mentioned about the casual and tournament BYOC room. Now, in my mind, he didn't really clarify exactly what that meant. So in my mind, it painted the picture that there's going to be one BYOC room that has games that are a part of the Evolution tournament. And there's going to be another one where you can go and play whatever the fuck you want. Third Strike, CVS. Is that what that means?
No, I believe the BYOC areas is one's going to be just a BYOC, just like what we know. And then there's going to be one for people to run their own side tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so you can go to that room. So like, you know, like, oh look, there's a Third Strike tournament, there's a CVS tournament,
Wow.
there's Shaq Fu, you know, all that kind of
That
shit.
sounds actually really cool. That sounds awesome. I mean, each individual community can organize through their own whatever they use, Tekken academies or forums. They can organize their own side tournaments at EVO as well. That's really cool.
Does that mean there's gonna be 3 rooms?
That's what it sounds like. At least, unless the ballrooms, there's more than one ballroom, then there could be 4.
Holy crap!
I don't know. Don't ask me.
It's going to be in a
Huge.
bathroom.
Okay, it's gonna be in the new Super
the regular
Arcade bathroom.
Yeah, the new Super Arcade with the rock star ambiance. This would be sick.
The Bellagio bathroom that they show in the trailer. Yeah, right.
It's okay. The Mortal Kombat players are already used to playing in bathrooms, dude. It's not different for them.
That's crazy. So that means that they're probably gonna have side tournaments for all kinds of shit, like Soul Calibur 5, Soul Calibur 2. Who knows? That's awesome, man. EVO is gonna be tight.
I'm looking.
Where am I gonna get the shrooms? Oh man. Jeez.
Like, you know, I was wondering. I mean, the details haven't been worked out yet, but I would imagine Tekken will probably be there on the Friday again, which I don't mind. I mean, I think it'll be cool to just get it all done, but it's just something that the community has to get used to, just having a big one-day major.
Was it all on Friday last year, or was it all on Saturday?
Yep.
It was all on Friday.
Oh,
Friday.
yeah, I forgot already. Wow, okay, well, whatever. I mean, as long as it's there as a main game, at least to that capacity, that's amazing. That is just much better than we had 5 minutes ago or whatever, a couple hours ago.
I see a lot of people in the stream chat talking right now about, I'm broke, I don't have any money, I can't go to EVO. Man, you have months to hustle that shit and get ready for EVO. Come on.
That's right.
I don't want to sound like an ass and be all pompous about it, but man, a G isn't that much money. You can pull together $1,000 easily if you just know how to work some money. You know.
Oh, well,
I'm not saying do anything illegal, but
well, let me be the first to say that a G is a shitload of money, but it's not something that's beyond the realm of someone who really wants to get it accomplished. And you know, if you really love Tekken and you love supporting the community, and you know, you can also get there for really cheap if you are smart
like 500. Like if you split a room and stuff.
I mean,
the rooms are really cheap. I don't know if you guys saw the.
Oh yeah, like $99 or something, right? A night or less.
Really cheap. Actually, I mean, it's better to go with the EVO rate officially, but if there are some ways where you can get rooms cheaper for like $59, $69 a night.
Holy crap.
At the same hotel, so
yeah, the EVO rate is to support EVO, and then I mean, if you find your own bootleg upside down, name your own price, whatever. I mean, I'm sure you could get a deal, but either way, I mean, I really think that there are strategies and tactics for really poor gamers to, you know, like sharing rooms with people, you know, or things like that, sharing rides. You don't necessarily have to spend as much money as you would think.
Also,
go ahead.
Also, if you guys need help finding flights, hit me up. I know how to find good flights.
He's a pro. This guy is a pro. So, yeah, if anyone out there who needs help, this guy's offering his hand. What else can you do, Mark? What else can you do for us?
You know, my work philosophy is to not let people know what you can do because they're going to expect it out of you. So this way it gives me more free time. So I don't want to let anyone know what I can do.
Gotcha.
I'd rather surprise them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, EVO is July 11th to 13th, so you have literally over 3 months. Over 3 months.
Wow, it's only 3 months away? Time's flying, dude. Wow, I can't believe it. That's amazing. I can't wait. In that context, yeah, you have 3 months. Save your money and go. But, man, time is flying by. Jeez. I am so excited. Another another thing that is worth mentioning to me, because I was going to bring it up, and it regards... It involves major tournaments like EVO, is just the concept of commentary. And the thing is, so these major tournaments, a lot of them are still, as we mentioned, they haven't stepped outside of that you know, fighting game community grassroots type of event. But EVO, I feel like their commentary and their whole organization process is really unique, and in the end result ends up being people watching a stream in which the commentators are well educated and well spoken, and they are entertaining, and I feel like that's really important. And I would really like for other tournaments, because this has been actually a pet peeve of mine recently, I would really appreciate it more if other tournaments, other majors, would take the extra time to take the concept of commentary seriously. And you guys might be able, all of us on this call have done commentary like a lot. At this point, we're veteran commentators. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I feel like for a scene in which, you know, we're trying to break into the money and break into the mainstream, and for a scene like this, it's really, it seems like the commentators, this issue of commentators should have been addressed years ago. What do you guys think about this? I'll start with you, Mark. What is your thought?
I mean, what are you saying the issue is? I mean, it's just not as organized as EVO kind of thing?
Not only organized, but I feel like, for example, I'll give you the perfect example that comes to mind. when I played Pad Shen at SCR for Soul Calibur, it was like the Maximum and Vicious Suicide did commentary, and though those guys are cool guys, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about at all, you know? And so not only was it like, you know, we're listening to these shitty jokes, but we're also getting false information. And that's not the only game that it happens with. It happens with Tekken, it happens with every game out there. And that doesn't seem to happen for a tournament like EVO. So I feel like I would like for them to take the process of selecting commentators, having the commentators be there at the right time and that kind of thing more seriously. Or at least as seriously as they take other aspects, like, for example, sponsors. I mean, that's a really serious part of major tournaments. But they don't really, the guys that are in front of the camera, in front of the mic, that everyone gets direct contact to, it seems like that part of it is never taken seriously except for by EVO. And also NCR. I gotta give NCR a shout out too, because Chris Seglia is really diligent about selecting commentators early and beforehand. But that's what I was mentioning, Mark.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I don't think the community is ready for that yet, but if more and more people either complain or bring it up, I think it's going to be something that events will have to do. I mean, especially for events that have sponsors, they're going to want to make sure the stream is as good as possible, especially for when you have someone on there and they talk about either the promo or just how they present themselves in general. And like you said, when you have some people on there that shouldn't be on commentary, it kind of turns off people from watching and not even tune in, and probably lower the view rate or viewer count. So
absolutely,
I definitely feel you there. And I'm really critical about how streams are run, because that's how a lot of companies make their money. So I fully agree. And man, I mean, if we can just let, I guess, tournament organizers know, especially when Tekken's going to be on stream, we should probably have at least 4 people available for commentary at all times.
Yeah, it's not something that can't be done. It just requires a little bit of organization. And you know, when I asked you this, Mark, I wasn't even considering the business side of it that you're involved in. I mean, that is a huge deal for you. You know, when you sponsor a tournament, the guy that's when it shows Mad Catz arcade sticks, and the guy that's talking about it, he's got to be legit, right? You don't want
like we have an ad go up, and then let's say not one of the normal commentary guys is on there, and the guy just talks and starts blabbering, like slushing around on our promo. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Don't put this guy on anymore. Yeah. I mean, I've done that before, and I feel bad for saying that, but I mean, it's like, hey man, you can't fuck with our money like that.
No, it's, honestly though, like there's been times where I'm like doing commentary, and then they, like, at a Wednesday Night Fights or something, or some other random event, and they show me like a list of sponsors, and then occasionally you'll run into this one that you have no idea what the hell it is, but you weren't paid to this commentary gig, you're just here, and then what the hell are you supposed to do with it? Like you try and say, to the best of knowledge, like, well, check out GGWP Gaming, they have a lot of cool stuff.
I mean, I feel you. I mean, I feel the same way. Sometimes they'll throw some shit out there, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Well,
it's hard. I mean,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, going back to what Eris was saying originally. Like, I mean, the Tekken 6 MLGs were in 2010. It's been 4 years since that, dude. And like, the FGC commentary, I feel like since that, it's kind of gone up. Like I think around that time, EVO commentary still was, like, it was there, but not as good as it is now, in terms of organization. And I feel like Mark said, like, the community is not quite ready for it. I feel like you need to have a group of people who aren't playing in the tournament. Like, they're just going to be commentators to do it well, especially. And another thing MLG did, or still does, is they have, like, I forgot what they're called. I want to say producers behind the commentaries. Like, you have someone talking in your ear telling you, like, we got to cut the commercial, we got to do this, we got to do that the whole time, like, even at Wednesday Night Fights, we have like Commander someone run the stream, and they're just like, okay, go to commercial now. It's like break. But like, it's not like, like talk about how they got to this match or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's no one feeding you stuff to keep the show moving in the right direction. So there's a lot of work to be done on the commentary side of things for the FGC in general, I think.
I mean, that's all concepts of like directing and producing a stream and stuff like that. But I mean, I agree, that's the direction it should go in, but that's asking for quite a bit. However, right. I really think that even at this juncture, the community, considering the level of the events that we're able to put on, like, Alex Valle, he's able to put on a pretty large event, you know, and then you have John Choi for NCR, and then you have everyone Shin Blanca and everyone involved. They have their own. These are big events, you know. They a lot of people watch, and it's a pretty big deal. And there's a lot of organization involved. But it almost seems to me, and I don't know this for a fact, but it almost seems to me that all the tournaments, they don't really take this aspect of it as seriously as I think they should. Because as Markman said, and he's directly from Mad Catz, who's one of the biggest, if not the biggest sponsor of these types of tournaments, I mean, you know, you can't have these jobbers on there. You know, this is important. It's like, it's something that I think should have been taken seriously years ago. I mean, if you consider 2009, the whole '09 boom of Street Fighter, the beginning of streaming, people do consider. I mean, it's been a while. You know, why haven't we ironed this part of tournaments and majors out? That's the part that I don't understand. You know, it's something that I think is important, and maybe it's simply a matter, like Mark said, that we just have to bring it to the attention of the, you know, of the TOs. Maybe they don't realize how important it is, which is kind of stunning to me. But I really think that the way NCR, as well as EVO especially, have done it is really not. It requires extra planning, but it's not outside the reach of the community's level of professionalism as of right now, at least in my opinion. But again, I'm not a tournament organizer, and I don't know all the details logistically involved, but I just think it's something that would make tournaments a lot better and more enjoyable for the viewer. Because I personally, when I watch a game like Marvel that I'm interested in, but, you know, if there's a commentator on there that I don't like, I immediately, I don't give a fuck about this. And I would much rather go have a bagel and some cream cheese, you know? That's how I feel as a viewer. So I know other people share the same sentiment as I do. So I don't know. Hopefully it's something that can be solved in the future.
Well, you know what? Like, I think a lot of it can be helped though if something like there needs to be more communication between tournament organizers and streamers, because, you know, usually there's always seems to be that small, like, you know, communication that doesn't always happen, where you have, like, you know, oh, where's the next match, and you just sit there looking around for the next matches and things like that. I mean, because they're both kind of doing their own things, and so, like, I don't think, like, I don't know if the streamer feels like, well, is it my job to get the commentators, or is it the tournament's, you know, like the tournament organizer's job to get the commentators, you know? And so it becomes like, you know, then commentators just become almost like a necessity, but not for either of us. Just someone jump on the mic. Well, sometimes, you know.
That's exactly what I was saying. I mean, this is maybe this is something that problem you just mentioned about, oh, should I get the matches? Should I get the commentators? People don't know it's a bunch of Three Stooges running around. That could all be, you know, saved. That could all be solved instantly if they just go, before the tournament even starts, they take a roll call. They find out who's going, who's going to be there, what are you playing, what time is your pool, and arrange a team of commentators like they do at NCR and EVO, and that problem will be nullified. Your commentators are there, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and I honestly think that if you have good commentators, if there is a problem, like let's say, for example, Spooky doesn't know who's up next and we're looking at 2 empty chairs for a while, if you have good commentators, they can fill that empty space for stream time really well. It's just a matter of, you know, chemistry and, you know, having charismatic people talking on your stream. These are, I think the solution of getting an organized commentary team together before the tournament will solve a lot of other problems naturally that maybe people don't even realize that they will solve, you know? So I don't know, it's just something that is a pet peeve of mine and I wanted to bring up. So this is running a little bit late. We started a little late because of the announcement that Markman made on iPlay Winner. So is there anything else? It's running a little late for me, but is there anything else you guys want to add before we call people bitches?
I had something that I was working on as well, in addition to the EVO thing.
Okay.
So I was talking to Namco for their support for an idea that I had. Are you guys familiar with the Topanga League? How would you feel if we did one for the U.S. But for Tekken?
Well, for those people listening who don't know what the Topanga League is, can you explain it for us?
Yeah, so what Topanga League is usually it's a group of the best, I guess the best Street Fighter players within Japan. They run qualifiers and rankings to see who will be, I guess, usually the bottom 3, and they come in and they all play like a 1st to 7 series, and it's like really like stressful, grueling kind of matches to kind of round robin style tournament to really determine who's the best player. And it's pretty high stakes. I mean, there's a lot of money on the line for that kind of stuff. But I think the big experience is really the production and the stream, and how it's presented to the people that watch it. So I think I thought it was funny that you guys kept talking about the production and how to put on the show and the commentators and stuff like that, because I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, how can we present Tekken in another way? We haven't had an opportunity really to really present it with high production values since MLG, and MLG was really the last time where we saw that. But I think the technology and the availability right now with a lot of the stuff that's going on is it's definitely possible, and with the right people there and the right players there, we could really put on a great show. So I've been thinking about, why don't we do something like that for Tekken?
That sounds incredible to me. And if there's anyone that could do it, I mean, this guy can move mountains. Internet. This guy can move Tekken mountains. He's like Fang. He punches that shit in half. Boom. I mean, yeah, you're the man, dude. You tell me. You tell me how that kind of thing can happen.
Well, I'm still working on it right now. It's an idea right now, but it looks like it's an idea that will happen. So, what I'm thinking of is, I mean, obviously it's not going to be like Topanga where you win like $15,000, because the Tekken guys aren't. We're not on that level yet. So
yeah, $1,000 is a shitload of money to me. So,
but I think it's going to be something like where we'll fly players out to a central location, get a studio, film it, really produce it well, and I guess the winner maybe either, or maybe even the top 3, they get flown out to EVO and get their rooms taken care of or something. But I really want to do something like that prior to EVO to help keep the momentum going for the game and help inspire people to actually want to attend EVO and check this shit out in real life.
So you're suggesting this would happen between now and this EVO?
Yes. Well, obviously it's going to be 8 players. It's only going to be 8 players if it's going to be Topanga style. And what I'm thinking is to have the community vote on who they want to see there.
I'm so excited.
Unfortunately, it'd be like, a popularity contest, but it's also a chance for us to get our best players out there.
Yeah, it's okay. Let it be a popularity contest. This is so incredible. This is amazing.
I don't want to do it that completely as a popularity contest, so maybe I'll do 4 people fan vote, and then 4 people will have like some Tekken Illuminati vote on who they believe should be there. I think just maybe the 4 best players that have been placing. So
yeah, that sounds. Oh my god!
Doesn't this sound so exciting? I don't know about you, Rip. Sorry, I cut you off of the call as far as your video a while ago, but I don't know. I can't see your face, but I am so fucking amped up. That sounds. I mean, I was already sporting a boner because of the EVO announcement. Now I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to walk around with a Jimmy on the rest of the night. This is.
But yeah, that's just one thing that's coming up. I got to talk to a few more people, but I think that kind of stuff is going to happen, and hopefully it'll be good for the community. I think it will be.
That is just amazing news. This is all stuff that basically the big, I think the big point here that everyone can take away from this is that play Tekken. I mean, everybody play it. Everybody play it. Right now. This is the time. Now is the time. Everybody play it. Everybody care about it. Those of you who have a glimmer of hope that you can make it to EVO, make it there, because I promise you it's going to be no joke. It's going to be amazing. Lots of people are going to travel, and if you love Tekken and if you love the scene, you're not going to regret it. And where can people, like, what do people look out for? Where can they look out for more information on this Topanga idea, Mark?
Probably on your website, because I don't visit any other Tekken websites.
Okay. But so what that means is Flying Wonky's website. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Flying Wonky it does a great job of running your site.
Absolutely, he does. He's a legend.
But yeah, I'm gonna probably call. I haven't talked to Bronson about this yet, but I know Strong Style hopefully will happen this year. I hope it really does, and if it does happen. Man, it's going to be a great year for Tekken.
Yeah.
So I just hope everyone continues playing. And then my idea with this whole thing for doing the Topanga style thing is not only just to get people to play Tekken, but also, like I said, EVO. Don't you think it's weird, or it's kind of like ridiculous that Anakin's never been to EVO?
Oh yeah, I mean the majority of Atlanta guys have never been to EVO, so it's just.
Yeah, I mean, just stuff like that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
why not have like this? Probably will be the last time we'll have Tekken Tag 2 at EVO. I'm just saying, it could be.
Yeah. I mean, we barely had it this time, you know. So yeah, I think that's an understatement. Yeah, for sure.
So let's not fuck it up. Let's make it as big as possible, and that's just how I feel we should do things for Tekken the entire year.
Yeah, I totally agree. If you needed some reason, this is the reason. I mean, the future is looking extremely bright for Tekken Tag 2. I can't imagine what news could have come out that would have made the future brighter. Literally, there's nothing that could have happened that's better for Tekken fans and the game itself in general. So that is fantastic. Mark, if you were here, I would kiss you. I'm being honest.
I'll take a ring check.
Don't take the rain check.
You're not the first Filipino that I've kissed either. What about Sukin? Oh, wait a minute. He's Cambodian. Well, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I gave him a big smooch after he beat, who did he beat?
Kane.
Yeah, when he beat Kane at SBO
He was
qualifier.
super pissed, too, after
I know.
you kissed him.
I told him. So angry.
Yeah, he got really pissed. I told him after he won the first 2 rounds, I said, win another round and I'll fucking kiss you. And he beat him, and then, boom. Gave him a smooch. I'm a man of my word. Okay, so
it was so funny too because he was so hype after winning. He was like, "Yeah," and then you kissed him. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he got really pissed. I was like, "Damn, dude, celebrate, man! It's a celebration." Anyway, so you guys got bitches for the day?
Sure, I'll start. I'm gonna call Bronson a bitch because I've been telling him to come on this show and to talk to you about coming to the show forever, and he didn't. And now he's all in the chat like, "Give me the show next week, man. Give me the show." So he's a bitch.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ricky or Mark, whoever's ready.
I'll go.
Okay, Mark.
Oh, go ahead.
So, I've been, looking at Twitter and reading the stream chats while this announcement was going on. One of the comments was from Run It Black, and he said, "I love you, Mark, but you suck at Tekken." So my reply to him is, he sucks at height, and he needs to chill.
Damn. And he also, if we want to talk shit about Run It Black, that guy was talking hella shit to Galo yesterday at the arcade about how he would fuck him up in Tekken 6. And Galo was talking shit about that too. And they did a money match after the tournament, and Galo beat Run It Black for $20 in Tekken 6.
Whoa!
Yeah, so I know he didn't like that because I watched it. And you know Galo, he's a loudmouth. He sounds like a total hobo. Like one of those crazy nut jobs that yells outside 7-Eleven, and Run It Black losing to him, I could see it in his face. He didn't like it. So, yeah, he did not like it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Off.
So interesting stuff. Ricky, you have a bitch calling.
This is just predicting the future, but well, not predicting the future, but just predicting whatever. Anyone that doesn't go to EVO is a bitch. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I can say. Just because I want everyone to show up. And if you can't, obviously you can't. But try your best, man. Registration's gonna be up like tonight, tomorrow. Sign up for it right now, so it's cheap. And then do yourself a favor because this will probably be the biggest Tekken tournament before Strong Style, whenever the hell that is. If there is one.
Might be bigger than Strong Style, dude.
This is gonna be huge. This is gonna be huge. Definitely.
I gotta ask you guys, what's your favorite EVO memory for Tekken?
Oh,
damn, there's so many.
That's
dude.
crazy.
I just have one. I mean, there's one that really stands out for me.
Okay, what's yours? What's yours?
When Rip was playing against Genius, and all the the European players were on one side, and all the American players were on one side, and just that scene was so sick.
Dude, one of my emoticons is fucking Charles's face watching that match. Hey, internet, spam Charles's face. That's how that look on Charles's face watching that match is everyone's fucking look. That's the look on everyone's face.
Which is funny because MYK's face on Level Up Your Games is from the same picture.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how memorable that match was. So definitely, I can agree with that. That's one of those way up there. I also like the home button Ryan Hart incident in Grand Finals. That was a good one too.
That reminds me. Now no one can bitch because PS4 CADs are wired only. So
no. It can still happen. It can still happen because there's a loose point, and if you pull out the controller too much from the connection, it'll still bring up the screen.
Oh, but then you know whose fault that is. So
no, you won't, unfortunately, because
really?
Yeah, it depends because you know how the wireless stuff. It's hard to explain, but yeah, people can fake it that way.
Oh damn. Oh whatever. something will happen.
Yeah,
then.
that's something I'm not looking forward to. The forthcoming shitstorm of the rules.
Yeah, of course, Tekken Academy.
Yeah, I can't wait till people are like, "What? You can't use wireless controllers?"
Win!
Oh boy. Anyway, okay. So Ricky, you said that people that don't go to Evo are bitches, right?
If they can't, if they choose not to,
Yeah,
they're bitches.
I mean, this is your chance. Step forward. Show everyone else. Show all the other games that you talk shit about in the chat when you're watching Tekken. Show them that they could go fuck themselves and support Tekken. Now's the time. Let's see. My bitch calling. I agree with the Bronson one. Bronson is always a constant level of bitch that I
he's
can
like
agree with.
the perennial bitch.
Yeah, he's very up there on the bitch level, bitch totem pole.
James has always been on the top though on the show.
James, yeah, he's way up there.
Last night.
What happened?
No, just his grand finals. Like, he should have won that so easily. He was up like 2-0. Like, let me play retarded James mode right now and
Didn't he win?
kill myself. Yeah, but he made it so hard for himself, and he always does that, and that's why he loses most of the time too. Anyway, he's a bitch for that. Go
Right.
on.
Okay. I think my bitch calling is gonna definitely have to be Vicious and Maximum because I watched that and I've watched it several times. You know, I'm going on NCR to play Soul Calibur 2, and you know I care about watching my matches and my replays and shit. And I watched that replay, and these guys make that shit sound terrible. I mean, they're making so many mistakes. Everything they say is wrong, like dead wrong. And even things like, oh, there's an A break. Nope. Everything, every single word that comes out of their mouth, just constantly spewing incorrect information, and then they break that up with shitty jokes. So it's like, shitty joke, bad information. A couple more shitty jokes, a reference to a penis or something like that. And then boom, couple more shitty jokes, and I was just like, you know what? This is something I just want to talk about on the show because it was frustrating me so much. So yeah, those two, I like both those guys. They're cool, but those are my bitch callings of the week. Markman, huge thanks for everything you've done as far as the Tekken community, not just for this game, but, you know, since I've known you. Basically, for years and years and years, this guy has always been supporting the scene. No matter how much of a baller Illuminati he gets, he still remembers that, you know, he loves Tekken and he always supports this game. So I have to thank you. Ricky, you got your stream, Twitch / whatever it is. What is it?
Rick Steezy with 3 E's.
Rip, you got anything to plug?
No, sir. Level up your game. Twitch, Twitter, whatever. You got it.
Mark, did you have anything as a final word you wanted to mention?
Nah, I just hope you guys show up to EVO.
Yeah, this is it. I can't stress it enough, Internet. I mean, this is it. If you were a bitch this whole time, now is your chance to stop. Stop being a bitch. Go to the tournaments. You know, watch the tournaments. Go to the tournaments. Do your best. I mean, you can make it happen. That's all I got to say. See you guys later. Take it easy.